Well, hi, this is Scott, and this is John at Crossroads Bootcamp, and today's workout tip of the week involves the squat. Now, we've talked about the squat many times before, but we're going to a little bit again because this is really the basis of everything we do in the gym. It's the basis of lower body strength. It's the basis of being able to lift weight off the floor. It's the basis of being able to generate a lot of power out of your body, which is, frankly, one of the main keys to fat loss and a lean body.
And we know you know how to squat because we've been teaching it, you've been trying it, you've been doing it, you've been practicing, you've been doing great at it. It's easy to slip into some bad technique, especially when you are challenged and you're at the end of a workout and you're exhausted. So we're going to review how to get into a proper squat form and to keep it. And we're going to progress into the overhead squat where you're holding weight above the head, which you have to be perfect with the squat to put that resistance above your head. So we're going to start, and Scott's going to talk you through it. I'm going to demonstrate a good way to test if you're doing the squat correctly.
And we love the wall because if you are having problems with flexibility in your hips and getting a good, nice squat, the wall's really going to demonstrate it. So John's really good at this, so he's really only about 4 to 5 inches from the wall. So he's going to get in a good squat form, which is feet just slightly wider than hips, not shoulders. Right foot's going to be turned to about 1:30 on the clock. The left leg is to about 10:30 on the clock.
I'm going to put my hands up because we're moving into an overhead squat. So this will test to see if I can hold my hands above my head and not scratch my face on the rough brick wall.
All right, so John's going to squat down. You can see what he does really well here. Back, if you notice his back, he's down. His hips are open. Knees are out over the feet, not caving in.
One thing I could do that I noticed is those knees could be out to the side a little bit. And it's not by spreading my feet out, it's when I'm down in this position that actually my knees just go out a little bit to open up my hips more.
Well said, John. Okay, now the arms up. Now, for those of you that don't have the flexibility in your hips that John does, you can start moving up to the wall with your hands by the side, or as long as you're not actually using the wall for support, you can even touch the wall. But now he's going to take a piece of PVC pipe. Now, the overhead squat is such a good lift for us simply because there's no way we can, now with the PVC pipe, this only weighs about 8 ounces. But if this was 40 pounds, 100 pounds, or even more, the only way he's going to be able to hold it up here is to have that impeccable squat form, and that's why we do overhead squats, to even force a better squat technique out of you.
And until you're comfortable with the PVC, you don't move to the big weights. You get comfortable with this and keep your form perfect.
So John goes, so you can just squat, his head's up, he's down, and the knees here. Looks good, so the knees are staying out. Now he has to find the muscles deep in his hips on the outside to keep the knees over the ankles.
Where should this bar be in relation to my
Bar's
head?
going to be right over your head. Because we think, go ahead and squat down. And now what we have, let's just say if this were 50 or 100 pounds, go ahead and stay there, John. I won't keep you there forever. Go ahead and stay in the squat. We'll keep you there forever. Now if we see if this was a heavy weight pushing down, it needs to be in line with his body. So the hand, the shoulder, and right down through the middle of the body of his support is where the weight is. If it's forward here and it's heavy, the weight's going to
knock me off.
Crash down, right. If it's way back here and it's heavy, either he's not going to keep his balance like that, or the weight's going to go all the way and hit the floor. Don't want either one of those. So nice line. Let's just go ahead and demonstrate that up against the wall. So if you do the squat well, and you can do an overhead squat with a weight or a piece of PVC pipe against the wall, you're exactly where you need to be. So he is really close to the wall. Notice the knees aren't touching the wall because they're still behind the toes. Weight's on the heels, knees. If we look at the low back, his hamstrings, plenty good hamstring flexibility because his back is flat. And keeping that impeccably over the head. Nice. Okay, good, John. I think that's almost a workout for you.
And if you think a PVC pipe is light, try to do about 15 of those perfectly. And you'll see it's a workout. Thank you.
Thank you.